girls, friends and lovers, children of all ages, welcome to Brant and 24th in Denver, Colorado. One location of many intersections that today managed to qualify as the largest homeless sweep in the city and county of Denver's history. Single day, single activity. Here we have, block by block, arrived at the encampment to find dozens of tents per section. This section here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 tents. Where the obstruction and the trash seem to come from the city and not the encampment. These spaces are very clean, moderate waste. It's like people are taking care of their homes. And as we go down block by block, looks like they ran out of fencing. Because over here we have a whole section where people are unfenced. But we're gonna carry you around for a minute and see. That's about 15. That's roughly 25 tents there so far that we've passed. Each berm, each hub has its own fencing around it. And again, for those of you who are joining us, this is the largest planned single day move of our unhoused neighbors ever in the history of the city and county of Denver. You may find amazing audits floating around at a different location. The House Keys Action Network, which uses Instagram more than most others. So you can see they shut the road down here. Again, fairly clean encampment. Bags of waste located in designated areas. This traumatic displacement that's happening today is supposed to move more than 375 tent locations indoors. All of the people that we're seeing at these locations, what is this? Are from our migrant communities. And I want to tell you a couple of things here. You can see over here we have some boxes of peanut butter. Looks like fruit mixes. These are dropped off donations. These are a very dangerous thing in our community because people with great intentions drop off food at an encampment thinking that people are just going to take it all, and they're not. Those kind of donations, whether they're bananas, wet wipes, all these things should be distributed into our communities that would have the capacity to distribute them effectively. So cold, they're using Mylar to help protect and insulate cardboard into these tents. And we have to remember that infants, there was a 20-week-old living in one of these locations not that long ago. So as we make our way down the fencing here, we may have to find ourselves coming around the other side. We'll see what it looks like. There's large, tall housing construction going up right next door. And we're outside Centura Health, Highlands. I've lost count of the tents. But we can see people with the yellow bags here. They're bagging up their materials. Buenos dias. These personas, these people are moving into permanent solutioned housing. And we are running up against a fence that we may not be able to get through and around. But what we're gonna come to here is one section. Now it looks like on the other side there's some food resources going on. There's a waste of money right there with 3-4 officers who are at least not puffing in their cars, but are sitting out, standing in this location. Buenos dias.
Yeah.
So, again, it's a very large sweep in the middle of the city. No tienen ustedes a mi televisión. Es para todo el mundo sabe que ocurre aquí. That's for the whole world to know what's going on here. For those of you who may not speak Spanish, I am respecting to keep the faces off those who may not desire to be seen today. Anyway, this is huge. This is a multi-block encampment. This is the third, fourth, or fifth section over here. Now what we know is that over there are more tents, good morning, that are not fenced in. We don't know if those people are going to be guaranteed housing or not, but my understanding is that everybody who's surrounded by fencing, they are going to receive indoor shelter for 35 days. The city is spending $180 million, 1/10 of the annual general fund reserves for a 35-day period to put these people indoors and off the streets. And look how respectful they are. They are so respectful that they keep the tent box. Right? When these people, if you watch the city council on any of the methodologies in which it was published last night, these people were apologizing for asking for more, saying, listen, we're grateful that you gave us a tent, and we're grateful that you gave us food. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
We're grateful that we're here, but we want to work. So here's some puffers sitting in the car. Again, that's 2. Have 4 of that, 6. 3 vehicles over there. That's going to be like at least 15 officers just sitting around doing nothing. We'll consider their average 15 officers at $15 a minute. Right? Benefits, welfare, gasoline costs. So just in the labor of city staff, peace officer who stands around all day and does little to nothing, we're spending at least $600 an hour, and I haven't even gotten all the way around the block yet. I do want to take a moment and say good morning. I saw a couple people in the chat. 357, Window Liquor, Fing, Mariana, good morning everybody. Grateful you're here as we continue to tell the world of the tragedy that is beholden us here in our sanctuary city, Denver, Colorado, in the sanctuary state of Colorado, where we're one of the 3, good morning Janet, major locations that migrants leaving Texas are headed for. And I'm doing my best this morning to make it to all the fenced-in areas, to all the sections where this traumatic displacement is happening. Again, I'm just so overwhelmed by the layer of plastics and cardboard and Are
you streaming right now?
Yes, I am. Good morning.
On where?
YouTube.
Okay. Just cut the plastic?
Yep. All the ingenuity these folks are going into to try to protect their tents, their space, to be warm, and to keep that cold out with layers. Right? We know that those layers are going to trap the heat inside, and many of these tents have, 3, 4, 5 people living in them, especially if there's children. We heard last night. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Cut the plastic is streaming right now.
Yeah, good.
These folks were in there at city council last night talking about how their whole families, single moms with children, they want to go to work. They don't want to live on the sidewalk. They don't want to live in a tent. They want the opportunities of the American dream. Hey, if you guys aren't sitting in your cars, why are they running? Isn't that puffing illegal in the state of Colorado? I know the car's running because I can see the exhaust coming out of the back of it. Right? You're not even sitting in it to stay warm. I can see if you're sitting in it, but why are you burning fuel and killing our environment if you're standing outside? Your computers are charging. That's a bullshit answer. So let's keep going around the block. We want you to see how big this is. By the way, we need heaters like that one right there. And you can contact me at cuttheplastic@gmail.com to find out how you can help us get heaters to provide for the needs of the people. So this goes on for half a block on this side. Line 1, good morning. Now, across the street here is the Quality Inn. And we're going to make our way over here. But I do want to show you that even though we thought there was going to be no breakfast, somebody came through. Our advocates are here. Egg cartons make great heaters, by the way. So there's some coffee available. What is this? Now, what we're going to find, is across the street here, we have the Elks. And nothing going on there. But look it, we got Denver Emergency Management Office here. They got their people out this morning. And for those of you who are just joining us, we've traveled about 4 blocks now for this encampment. This is the largest traumatic displacement, but they're trying to make it non-traumatic because they're decamping these people. They're moving them indoors. And here's where we're going to start to see its nastiness here. So, one of the issues is the lack of waste management services, effective 3-stream, multi-stream infrastructure anywhere somebody lives on the street. They don't have waste management. So they can't recycle their basura, their trash. They can't provide for those in need there. We get a lot of these, buenos dias, todos, drop boxes. People just drop off clothes, but there's no designation for them. What's different about many of the groups that are active on the streets day to day is that they'll bring clothes and they'll take those clothes with them to leave. Okay? So that we're not leaving boxes of donations willy-nilly on the streets. And so here we have a Denver housing bus. This is something I haven't seen before. Of course, for those of you who know, I've been gone for the last couple months. We have providing housing stability, allegedly. We have crews of volunteers getting instructed, workers. There's hot hands going out here. It's really interesting because they're using the yellow bags for trash and for people's property. There's no designation or separation there. That's one of the issues that, delivers a little humility in humanity. And of course, while we're grateful for all the beautiful people that are here helping, we would say that all those who don't have housing don't get Starbucks. A lot of city employees here. A lot of yellow vests. These are all workers in the city. Volunteers. Nobody's picking up trash. Car coming, traffic. Look at this, I'm gonna just pick up traffic real quick. Excuse me folks, van coming through. Morning. You wanna block this? Cars coming out. Traffic. Hey, can you get this traffic over here? These people, fans come through. You guys got the yellow vest on, you should be the workers. Yet nobody's smart enough to move the van through the traffic. I did my half a block. So this is the quality and location, by the way, folks. Since the beginning of COVID, we've had people staying here as the city of Denver provides services, food, housing. At first for our unhoused communities, now for our migrant communities. Good morning. We're getting people in buses. I'm assuming these people are able to take their goods and go to shelter, which is where all those people that were fenced in back there are going. So what you need to see is that we're going to continue over here with more blocks and blocks. And I'm just going to walk up the sidewalk here because it's all fenced off. We can't get in. But we'll see more officers. All these tents and tarps. Again, the largest displacement happening in the city and county of Denver ever is happening right now. More people in one 10-block area being moved than ever before in the history of our city. There's another puffing car. No kids living in tents. All the way up, both sides of the street. Lots of city staff standing around doing nothing. We're raising this to $100 a minute hourly wage expectation that we're just spending. $6,000 an hour. Sorry, I had a phone call coming in there. Morning, Minton State. The reason I have two phones is to deal with situations like this. Brian. I'm live, yes. I'm by the gas station, yes. Yeah, I'm around. I'm up at the corner on the quality inside. Just getting a depth look at the blocks and blocks of this. Showing everybody. Yeah. I'll see you in a minute. So, for those of you who are joining us, the idea here is that each one of these tents and the people residing in them will be folded up and packed away today. Every tent is being claimed back if we need it to be. Nothing goes in the trash that is useful for housing in 35 days when these people find themselves back on the streets. Or, maybe we'll use it for the next 1,000 that arrive this week, or 500, however it's going to be. Right? Denver does have buses arriving on a daily basis, bringing people from the state of Texas to the state of Colorado. Here we come upon a third station. Services being provided for those in need. There's more buses arriving to haul people to the shelters. Nice shoes.
Nice shoes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Muy bonita. ¿Tiene comida?
Comida, sí.
¿Qué tiene?
Empanadas.
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 ¿Cuántos?
$5.
Oh.
Barato.
Yeah. Es un grande día para todos de esas personas. Todos mueven. No comida gratis por ellos.
No llega.
Todas las personas necesitan un poquito de dinero.
Sí.
Trabajo cada día.
Sí.
Sí. Everybody's got to work a little every day. Again, we're going to talk about the $1,000 an hour that we're calculating. I'm sorry, $6,000 an hour. Minimum expense. Sergeant,
Hey.
how you doing?
Hey, how you been, man?
Good.
Yeah.
I found you on the internets.
Say what?
I found you on the internets.
Doing what?
I'm pretty sure it was you. Twitter or TikToks or something.
Oh, okay.
Talking about the life of a cop.
Yeah.
Things that people might not always think are coming out of officers because they don't expect humane thoughts.
Oh, gotcha. Was it? Might have been my brother.
Oh yeah?
'Cause I don't do many videos. Was it
Oh,
a
okay.
video?
Yeah, I was figuring. I feeling like it was a Twitter or Twitch or something. 6 months ago.
Oh, okay. It might have been me. I do a little bit on Twitter, but my brother's big on Instagram.
Ah, that might have been Instagram.
Yeah.
Is he an officer here too?
Yeah, he's in District 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Propaganda, baby.
Ah, you know.
Not propaganda.
No.
It's legit.
No, just propaganda.
Actually, I was commenting because it was not the side that you'd expect to see, the softer side.
That's nice.
It was.
What a sweetie. Maybe he's not the 40% of people.
No, definitely. I don't think they're the 40% that beat their wives. This is one that we've had the ability to call when necessary to de-escalate other assholes.
That's great.
Yeah. I want to say Stanford. I can't remember for sure. I've been gone for months. I was in Florida putting abortion on the ballot.
I saw you in the airport. Oh, wait. Maybe,
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm Stacy.
like late November?
Nope. I was in Florida. Oh, we got a fire. Fire!
Corre, corre.
Hi, Amy.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good.
That's an unfortunate reality right there.
Yeah, it is. Thank God there weren't any tents on the other sides of it.
Oh no, because you can see this one's already melting.
Yeah, it could explode.
That one's melting. They literally got to get that tent is starting to melt over there. It's going to spread. So if this was me out there right now, I would be moving that tent over there away as it's starting to melt. Right, that would be the tent that I would move to prevent it from spreading. I'd be getting the one on the north side, or the south, or the west side over there that's starting to melt. Fire just started randomly. They got to move these tents over here. There we go. There we go. Somebody's finally thinking. Popcorn. That sounds like popcorn. Kernels of something just blew all over. That tent next to it is gonna burn. Move the brown tarp next to the fire hydrant. Gotta move the brown tarp.
I can't record on property.
Sorry, ma'am. I'm a member of the press.
No, we really need you to. Yeah, we're not supposed to have you guys on the property. Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
So all you gotta do is step to the other side.
I can't cross the fence.
Well, you can't stand here. You're on private property.
Everybody's on private property. The entirety of your building.
And they're asking them to leave. So you're not any special than anybody else.
This? How things are going, yeah. Back.
This is all we need right there. Now we can tell them to go fuck off. So everybody else is filming too.
Go.
Hey, how do I get on that side to peacefully record and document this?
You go to the shell, like right, like by the telephone thing.
We actually have an entrance. Yeah, here.
Right here?
27th and Alcott.
Yeah. So wait, Brian. Go around. Go here. Walk all the way to Alcott. Walk up. Sorry.
What about this entrance right here?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
They wouldn't let me. They told me don't touch it.
This is how things have changed. because they're asking us to go inside instead of be on the private property. So we're going to do that. Just like that.
I'm very.
So this started.
Stinks here. Very smoky. That's the tent that was melting. A lot of polyester, a lot of clothing materials are going to cause these things to catch quickly. But it's a prime example of why people don't need to be living on the streets. So folks, here we go. Let's go take a look at the whole encampment and the whole of it. Again, food being dropped off. That's not cooked, it's not finished being prepared. People don't know. When they're donating, that people don't need 5,000 pairs of clothing. They need to be able to wash what they have. They need to be able to have food that's cooked. And so a lot of our intentions are meaningful, but what happens is that with drop-offs that are unmoderated and unregulated, we have excess, and then this excess becomes waste, basura, and creates a situation where we're required to ask, why are all our police cars puffing today? Half of them, not all of them. Oh, there's an officer in that one. So again, this comes all the way up to the block here at Alcott Street, where there have been some porta potties provided to help mitigate the waste impacts of all these humans living in one section. And as you can see, all the way back down the back of the Quality Inn, all the way around the block. So this block in its entirety, good morning, is struggling. We have people packing their property to move. All these folks are being moved to shelter, where they'll be staying for 30 days until they're moved out, because there's no more places for them to go. The governor of Colorado, Jared Polis, is being called on to declare a state of emergency as these people move all across our state to small towns everywhere, putting the resources of all our state communities at risk. Again, we love that there's people bringing things out. Diapers, for example, but that many in one box just sitting on the street says that it wasn't intentionally distributed. And that's the thing we're trying to solve in part of these circumstances and situations. When these people move into shelter, It's hard to determine what's the trash, what's not, if the bags are being used for everything the same. Lots of cadets out here. No real understanding of what work they're doing. But we are all seeing the results of this fire. There was a box spring in the tent, so they're sleeping on a mattress or a box spring. These things are highly ignitable. People try to survive. Now they're going to start moving these tents that were next to the fire site. Move them back. They're not even asking whose tent it is, right? Hey, ¿quién vive aquí?
I'd rather you guys be in there because you've done
Habla con todos, por favor. Who lives here? They're trying to move these tents. We need to know who these tents are. Mira, ¿quién vive aquí? Necesita mueven todos.
Tell the people.
They want to move them. The fire department's trying to move these tents. Who lives here?
Just a minute. They'll come get them.
It's a small unit. I know. Make it tough. Y'all want to is you in a good situation? Is she in a good situation? Yeah, you don't give a good situation. I know, I do. I really look, cause see, my side of it is I'm from the military side. It's about accomplishing mission and getting your feelings. I don't care about your feelings. You see what I'm saying? I do, but we need to do what we need to do first and then your feelings.
That's Officer Little saying, I don't care about your feelings in the background. Wait, I thought I was supposed to move. So we got the people, but they didn't move it. You need to move the whole thing. This communication doesn't happen very well, huh? Let's see what's going on here. There are children in that tent. Ninos aquí? Ninos?
No?
No.
Ahí está.
Ah.
Mano, toda esa mierda se sacó de ahí, ¿ves la mano? No, pues ahorita ya no está. No, obvio, ya para aquí. Pero ahí no dejamos nada de eso. Gracias.
Yes. And how long have you been?
Are you reclaiming tents?
We're trying. So that's the goal. So she's gonna help. Where'd she go? You take it off and you're like, fuck that. I don't want to be You don't have one?
No. I quit 2 days ago, so.
Good for you.
Hi, I'm Brian.
Hi, I'm Kazaya. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure. Mucho gusto.
So the idea, so supposedly they're not taking any tents today. They're just helping people to exit.
Yeah, but
It's good because people are at work today. Some people left for work.
Okay.
So they need to leave the tent at least for a day and just take people to shelter.
But when the people go to shelter, are they expected to come back and get their tents? How are you going to be able to reclaim
They're
them?
allowed 2 bags.
They're allowed 2 bags.
We're working with the volunteers to try to come reclaim them. But the city, I don't know if the city has anything to do with the tents.
So are we telling people that if they're moving and they don't want what's left to tell you guys versus tell those guys?
Nothing is clear. The city is not conveying a clear message.
Okay.
So
How about
the city just has not conveyed a clear message from the beginning. So we're not expecting a clear message on those
situations
issues today.
Okay. Thank you.
I see a camera, I go into interview mode.
No, it's good. You should. That is our fearless leader, Amy Beck. You know, I want to show you just this tent. It's taped up with flashing tape. It's got plastic bags over the plastics. There's a bilingual advisement. Actually, Jesse, she is advocating for all residents who are unhoused, that they all get housed, and that nobody lives on the streets. So it's an issue, right? We need everybody living off the street. So it's very disorganized chaos up here, folks. 9 o'clock. They've been doing this for a couple of hours. There's the remnants of the fire, the tent, and all the materials that were inside of it just devastated. It's all gone. And hey, I don't know who gave me $5, but thanks. And we're again saying hello and love to everybody that's in here. I can't keep up with all the things. Jesse, you are in timeout. Because I don't need to hear that shit today. What we need to hear and what we need to see
Let me interview you.
are these people being housed and tending to care for the needs of our community. It does suck for everybody who's on the street, living on the street, unhoused. But we need to do this in every human needs a place to stay. So, you know, if we want to recognize that these people had places they were living, then we need to recognize why they left, traveled 2,000 miles or more.
You can talk to.
Yes.
Talk to me.
Yeah.
Buddy, when you're using a camera like that,
Yeah.
it indicates that you're like almost a media person.
Yes, I am a media person. I have a federal lawsuit stating.
Okay. I'm going to escort you towards the fence line. You're going to be outside the fence line there.
Why?
Okay. Because anybody that's within the fence line is here to help, not to film.
I am here to help. We're documenting.
Put your phone away.
Okay.
Put your phone away.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna put my phone away.
Then I
You're
gotta
gonna escort me off the property. I had talked to Sterling. Clearly, they were wanting us off the private property. I got permission to come inside.
Who gave you permission?
Sterling.
Okay, where's he at right now?
Sanchez is on his way.
I don't know. He's here somewhere.
Okay. I'm going to escort you out, and then I'm going to get a hold of him. If he says I can let you back in, we'll do that. Okay?
I love it.
You can escort me out too, because I'm filming.
Okay.
Oh, badge number?
06134.
Name?
Archuleta.
Badge number, name?
13028.
16008 Sandwall.
98061 Lucero.
Can you, when Sanchez gets here,
Which Sanchez are we talking about?
the
Commander is what he's referencing to. Chief now. Oh, he's chief now. Being escorted out. Names, badge numbers, gentlemen, please.
Officer Teach, 19065.
Stewart, 1903.
Thank you.
What's happening on the ground? What just happened, Brian?
I just got escorted out because I have a camera in my hand and I'm being determined as not helpful. Huh?
Because you crossed the police line.
No, I got permission to go in. I sure as fuck did.
I mean, talk to me.
Huh?
By who?
By Sterling Sims. Who's Sterling Sims? He's the one that handles all the housing advocacy for the mayor.
This guy right here.
Huh?
Right here. That's the guy who handles all the housing for the
Oh, it must be the deputy then.
This is, you know, that you do, I'm sure know that that's Kent.
Moved for recording. That's right. So, brought it live from the trenches, folks. That's right. I better highlight that reel. That's going to be a good one. Because the media are not allowed inside. So,
Singles are going to a city kind of rec center or a church.
I'll find out more. Okay, thank you. Have a
They'll
good
know
day.
more about that over here.
such is life. Documenting the realities of our world today. See, it's not helpful to document the, oh, thanks, Trump said, appreciate you. Not viable to bring the information from inside the camp on the inadequacies, on the inconsistencies.
morning, everybody.
Good morning. I was inside hanging out, but because I have a camera in my hand, I'm not allowed to be on the inside.
No, that is the rule.
Really?
It's a silly one, and they're not enforcing it.
Well, I just got escorted out
Yeah, go find all the other cameras.
because I have a camera in my hand. So, gotta document from the outside. So these people are allowed 2 bags per person.
So, some of the people in the yellow vests have now just told the police that Homegirl is coaching people on what to say so that their property isn't destroyed or confiscated, and they're trying to remove her from being anywhere. Yeah, trying to be around.
She's the advocate. What
Exactly.
are we? What?
But they're trying to remove her from the situation.
Oh my God. Because they are.
Yeah. It was one of the guys in the yellow vest that went up to the cop. Your friend who apparently de-escalates.
My friend.
No, the guy that you were talking to about being on Twitter in a video.
Yeah. So here's the problem. Everybody needs to be giving instructions to these people.
Yeah.
Keep the tent. Everybody needs to be giving instructions. Pack your property. We want your tents back. We want the emergency living supplies back so that we can use them for the next family. every person up the road needs to be told those things.
There's actually that guy in the earmuffs, like behind earmuffs with the yellow vest, that was giving that instruction to the cop.
Earmuffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Allegedly, he's one of the city employees that helps with the homeless.
He seems to be wanting to help.
Yeah. Officer Little, what's your badge number? Thank you. So the problem that we're facing now is that people need to be told up the hill that their property that they want needs to be bagged, and that the emergency supplies like the tents and the heaters, we want them back, so that we can use them for the migrants that arrive today, tomorrow. So this is what's going on. This is how we need to communicate effectively. And there's Sterling. So don't get arrested, but continue to tell people to give us their property back so we can use it for the next migrants. Right? That's the issue. Is that there's going to be another 1,000 people to arrive this week. And we need them to be,
Hey man.
Yeah.
So I was advised that you have to be off this property. You can be over by the media where they're staged over there, but you have to be off this property and you're on the property.
Well, put me back on the sidewalk then.
So you don't want us to walk you all the way down there?
No, to that sidewalk right there, the public sidewalk.
You're going to record, you got to be over there. But you cannot be on this
Because we
property.
can't document the crimes that are happening,
Whatever you
the
want to say, man. I'm
ineffectiveness.
just telling you what you got to do. So you got to go over there with the media. You cannot be here on the property if you're recording.
Why is that?
Just orders. This is not your property. It's
Whose
private
orders?
property.
Outside of the fence, they can record.
You're going to be on
Whose
with
orders?
the media over there.
Whose orders?
Private property.
That's the question.
Came down from above, probably from.
Whose orders?
Okay. I was told you cannot be on this property.
We're recording the actions of the city.
So
We're
are they
observing. No, they're not. They can't see what's going on at these tents as things get moved.
I'm just telling you where you got to go, man. Are you going to move or not?
What happens if I don't move?
You're subject to arrest, possibly.
Subject to arrest.
So at this point, it's not your property, okay? Whoever's running this, okay, does not want you on here. So I'm maybe a trespass. I'd have to look into stuff, but they want you over there with the media, okay? Not here recording.
Not here recorded. What about
In
over
this
there
parking lot.
recording?
You can be on public property. This is private property.
Public property. Give me your badge number again.
16008.
And where? And you said this just comes from above. It's a magical place. At the command center where they're watching the video live properly. Apparently. I know they do. Well, I'm not trying to go to jail today, folks, so I think we'll just continue to show the abuses of the, no, see, we're not. It's technically not a public street. Can't be in there showing the atrocities. Can't be on this site, which is, isn't this rented by the city?
City's running it, yes.
Yeah, so that means it's public property if it's owned and managed by the city of Denver. Or it's overseen by the city of Denver. It's managed, it's leased, right? By the city of Denver, so that makes it city property for the time being? We should ask somebody. Let's ask that question. Because if it's being managed and run and leased by the city of Denver, that makes it public land. If it was a city office that I was walking into, managed and leased by the city of Denver, I could sit in the lobby of that office and record because I was on city property at that time. Is he calling it in? So good, folks. We are down here on Zuni, Alcott Street. This is the largest single day displacement in the history of the city and county of Denver. The focus is the migrant community that continues to arrive daily with bus loads coming out of Texas. All of these people are being provided congregate shelter in a setting that will be provided for 35 days. The city has spent $180 million, 1/10 of our general fund reserves in order to move these people. We have a state of emergency that we need Governor Polis to call out on so that we can recognize that there continue to be more people arriving on a daily basis. Daily, hundreds. So what do we determine, Sergeant?
About what?
About this being leased by the city?
Oh, I don't know. We're asking you to step down there, man. If you want to be cool about it, cool. That'd be great. But if you want to stand here, then it's probably going to go another route. But
well, I asked this question in a conversation of being cool about it to determine whether or not this is leased by the city or not. Because if it is, then that should make it public property.
depends.
Owned by the city or run by the city.
No, you can argue that with the city.
Well, I'm having that discussion with you.
All right. Well, the city owns it, and they're the ones that are claiming the property. You can answer it with them. So if you have a connection with the city, you can call it.
What do they say?
I wouldn't know.
All right. Well, it's been an hour, folks, and I actually have to go to work, so we'll let them think they get the win today. But this is a catastrophe that we have in this city of Denver, this migrant crisis. We're trying to get these tents back so that we can reclaim our property and give it to the next person that arrives without a tent, without a place to live, without survival skills, right? We're trying to make sure that these people are treated humanely, that, all the things that they have said, like we want to work, are managed. This is just a chaotic time frame here, where all of these things are happening. It's chaotic. Look at this giant row of tarps, all these people living in them, and no idea what they're gonna do. Some of these people have a job, some of them do not.
This city has never had enough to house our poor. I have been sleeping on the streets with this man, Brian, for years. And so we know, how could they possibly say there's enough shelter if we don't have enough shelter to shelter the people who are already here? And so that's a lie. It's a bold-faced lie. And so Brian and I were escorted out of the camp because they don't want us in there filming what's happening. a tent burned down, probably going to be pinned on the Venezuelan community, make them look like they're savage and inhumane. And then you can't even have folks that are human beings that have been involved with this. We've been here every day, and we're not even allowed to go back and tell our friends what's happening. Monolingual Spanish-speaking people who can't even understand what a sweep is, and they see a fence rising up at 5 in the morning. And so this is my friend Brian. Hey, Brian.
Morning,
you were
PJ.
escorted out at the same time. It's not funny. It's not funny.
How long have you been staying here?
I have not been staying here. There are folks who've been staying here. We've got.
How many days have you been here?
Like a month. Yeah.
At this spot?
Yeah, this is the largest camp.
What have you seen, community-wise?
There are so many communities that are coming out, providing food and hospitality, warm clothes, blankets, tents, arepas, trying to be culturally competent in terms of what folks enjoy to eat. I hand folks cigarettes, cigarro. I'm learning how to speak certain words. Folks want a cigarette if they're anxious and uncertain. And so just give
I got threatened with arrest.
And what they want.
Great.
For filming from the fence.
Here's something that is really important.
How you been? I've seen you forever.
Yeah, I've been in Florida putting abortion on the ballot.
No shit.
Yeah, I just got back
Now they got
a few weeks ago.
and then
So
they were put into a bus, and then they came to Denver where it's been 28, 30 degrees. We haven't had a frigid night.
it's good to see you.
And they have told me that despite all of this, they feel better here than they did there. I'm not sure that's going to be true after today. And we call it move along to nowhere. And so it's a whack-a-mole. They'll be in the tents again tomorrow. This will happen again tomorrow. So this is not a solution. This is a kick down the curb way of responding to a problem. And so yes, this tent city will emerge tomorrow.
Might not emerge here though.
May not emerge here, now that there's a tent that burned down.
What is this? I know that's a complicated, complex question, but where would you like the next steps?
I think it's important to realize that there is not an easy solution now, and that we cannot have makeshift responses that sort of try to create this delusion that we can sort of accommodate or respond to this. In the meantime, we
State of
need
emergency.
large
State of
spaces.
emergency. State of emergency.
It's a state of emergency. We have schools that have had to take on 300 new children in one school. And so I think, yes, declare a state of emergency. There are buildings the city owns. There are opportunities to sort of work with families that can accommodate these folks. What we need is about the same size space, if not triple, on a place that's safe, that has social workers and security, where people can feel safe, dignified, have bathrooms, have places to put their trash. All possible ways of managing this. I think what's also important to know is that we've got a mayor who's now saying that we can, that every migrant can take a bus, that he'll bus them to somewhere else. And where are they going to bus them to that the same situation is not going to exist? And so first of all, we have to embrace that these are new migrants. My family came from Sicily, escaping what was happening then. So these are newcomers to our city. And so we have to find spaces in our city that are humane. And it's possible. Go to any sort of part of the city and we'll find a brownfield where we just have accommodations and a fence. But the fence is to protect, not to enclose. It's a different reality.
Way to go, PJ. Thanks for your bravery on camera. I am off to work. We'll see you later.
I will see you.
Have a good day. Should I get an arepa? I should. You guys gave me $10. I spent 5 of it on uno.
La mía.
¿Ah?
La mía.
Mi comida hoy. Gracias.
Thank you, amor.
Dos.
Está pegado, está pegado. ¿Qué está brindando? ¿El que está grabando?
Gracias.
No, el que está brindando.
So, folks, all right, folks, we're going to walk around the other direction because we want to show all the people standing around not doing any work right now. Hey, can I quickly just get all your badge numbers real quick? Please? Badge numbers? We're just recording everybody who's on site. Documenting all the officers and staff.
Turn on my body cam.
Great.
So you need badge number?
We're just keeping track of all the officers who are here today.
All right, 9925.
Thank you.
17028.
Last name?
Halliburton.
Halliburton. O'Neill.
Sanchez 1349.
Thank you.
Matthews 18075.
Appreciate y'all.
Hey, we got to do a contact card on you. You mind giving me your information?
Huh?
I have to do it. It's state law. It's required that I do a contact.
Yeah, my name's Brian Loma. I'm easily available.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brian.
City already has my information. You use me in public.
Demographics would I use for you?
Huh?
Like age, race.
Age and race?
Gender, yeah.
Gender?
Yeah, I have to do a contact card.
No, you don't.
It's state
State
law.
requires it now.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, can you tell me what statute that?
Yeah, SB 217.
Okay, so we're gonna look that up.
Okay.
And I'd say that was a Hispanic male in my 40s.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks, Brian.
absolutely.
Have a good one.
Too. That was fun. New state law, just made it up, I know, right? We're gonna look into that, find out more information. By the way, if I really wanted to go back in, I could. Look it up. Rewind it. Sorry. We're walking around the block here. I gotta get to work. It's already 9:30 this morning. This is Spear Avenue. I'm walking down. As you can tell, there's no tents in this zone. It's a high traffic, high speed area. People don't want to necessarily stay here per se. But I came on this side because I wanted to show the back side of the encampment where everybody's at. Again, we're just trying to show how many officers are on site doing little to nothing, but standing around wasting my taxpayer dollars, hanging out in groups. It is cold in the shade. It's freezing out. One of the things we're trying to do is stop freezing sweeps, where when it's too cold, we stop moving people. And we got to remember that more than, or roughly 300 people died. Look at that, there's a baby. Hola. ¿Su niña viven aquí?
No, estamos en el carro, no vivimos aquí.
¿Viven aquí?
No, estamos aquí en el carro, estamos viendo, mirando.
Okay.
Mirando, no vivimos aquí.
That was a little baby, but she says she doesn't live here.
I didn't see one cheap.
We're gonna carefully work our way through this construction site. It wasn't fenced off, so just carefully walk along the side of it. So not allowing advocates to walk with people down the tent site. Hey, necesita tengo todos si no quiere tents. Give it to Amy. Okay, I really do gotta go to work. I'm cutting through.
Can you go that way? Okay, put them.
That way? Okay. See, it wasn't fenced off when I crossed onto the road. And so we're back. We made it here. There's more over there. We gotta cross. We're just gonna show you as we walk back to the car, folks. They're folding up everything so nice.
So they're kicking them out today. So that's what's the gate for?
Let's keep everybody else out.
Una pregunta. Feo, vete a recoger tu nevera. Está fumando marihuana, todo lo que se pueda. Nos morimos.
Amy. Leave a message and I'll call you back. The mailbox is full.
Buenos días. Si saben, si no quiere su tent, Amy Beck, reciben todos. Cuando todos mueven shelter, the tent, la casa es aquí. Necesitamos para 9 personas vayan aquí.
Para que 9 personas vengan aquí.
9 personas, sí. So, no necesita tents, mira para Amy Beck.
Okay.
¿Sí? Gracias.
Gracias a ti.
All right, folks, as you can see, it's a big deal. It's a big day. We did catch a fire. And we're catching lots of people just sitting around, not really doing a whole hell of a lot. The other thing that I want to make sure that I note before we go is that there are more people here. So the last thing I want to advocate for, folks, is that there are still people on this street. So this is 25th and Amy. Just letting you know that they're also on the other side of the street on 25th, closing up tents and everything. 25th, or not, yeah, 25th, not Bryant, but Alcott, across from Centura. So they're in there de-packing them now too. Yep. So you probably want to send somebody over to claim your tents. All right, I'm taking off for work. All right, have a good day, bye. So, 25th and Brant, whole another section of people. They're probably the last ones to arrive in the last couple of days. And they're not going to be serviced today. So I want to thank you all for being here and joining us, for recognizing the plight of humans in all conditions without racist commentary, and recognizing that the city doesn't want clear, accurate, intelligent coverage of everything. So with that, we're going to let you go. We'll talk to you later. Hasta.